Hey guys, welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. How you like that title? I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. Let's talk about it. So yesterday, in my homesteading Facebook group, I have a private Facebook group. So many of you are already there. We have like 1,000 people now. It's a killer group. And it's private. It's an individualized group with individual people, not businesses or homesteading pages. It's people. And we are best buddies in talking about homesteading and sharing and doing. And a really great network of friends is there. And a lot of great homesteaders are there too. So yesterday someone in the group sent a picture, and it's one of those times where you walk over. Actually, I was called on the phone. I hadn't really been on. I was working outside, and I was called and said, have you seen the picture that's on your group? And I'm sitting here going, what? And so I went, I opened it up, and there sits a picture of a 2-year-old baby. That's a baby. 2-year-old baby who had been flogged in the face by a rooster. And I just gasped because the spur was embedded in her face. First thing you're already thinking is winner, winner, chicken dinner. I got you. We'll get to that in just a minute. Guys, let me tell you right now, and the individual that shared this picture, it's her granddaughter. They were outside, never had a problem, and boom, something happens. Isn't that always the case? 9 times out of 10, a lot of times it is. You can tell the grandmother's devastated. The child is going to be okay. The rooster came. It was a Welsumer rooster. Flogged her in the face, embedded the spur right below the eye. You talk about God's hand right there, literally, okay? I mean, really, if you saw the picture, which I'm not going to show you. I debated that this morning, and I spoke with my husband, and, my first... I want to teach you and share because I know it's okay that I do because she shared it, but I'm not going to show the picture because I'm dealing with a small child here, folks. If you're on the Facebook group, you've probably already seen the picture, okay? And the child is okay. They took her to the emergency room. They had to take out the. Can you imagine? Have you seen spurs on some of these roosters, folks? It's a weapon. They're designed to be a weapon. So things happen. So that's what I want to talk about. And I want to bring this home again. Not just about roosters, but about all animal life on your homestead. If you're new to homesteading in particularly, if you are debating getting a rooster, debating getting a milk cow, debating getting pigs, there is danger in all of these creatures. They have their defense mechanisms. They have their size. They have their stamina. They have their weight. They have their instincts. Okay? They are not on the same level as you and I. Please understand that. I know we like to love on these guys and creatures and things, and we should. We should respect them and treat them with respect and love on them and give them appropriate care and housing and all that, but you have to understand what they can do as well. I will tell you that roosters, his objective, can you see him? And I'll show him in just a minute. This gentleman right here is fierce. He is incredibly protective of this flock in here. This is my cream leg bar rooster. I have chocolate Orpingtons right now with him. I have Welsumers with him, and I have cream leg bar hens with him. This is probably one of the most protective roosters in terms of his own flock that I've ever had. We highly respect that. I do not let him just free range unattended. He will not leave his flock. A lot of roosters, when they flog, it comes out of nowhere. One day you're sitting with a rooster on your shoulder, and the next day he runs across the field. I've had that happen. My Great Pyrenees intervened on that one day. I had a rooster who started to flog, a Wyandotte rooster, and to the point where Cochise literally beelined and stopped in between us and stopped him from flogging. You need to make choices in terms of animals and what works best for your farm and your safety. I get asked all the time, should I milk a cow? I'm a small gal. Well, you need to evaluate that. Maybe a goat might be better, although there's dangers with goats. I've got a buck out here. He's probably going to be 200 pounds. He's got horns. There's danger there. You have to think about things stepping on your feet. In terms of the rooster, if you have a flogging rooster, let's talk about that for just a second. I've made videos about this before because people ask all the time how I handle all of my roosters. The best advice I can give you in having roosters on your farm is to be non-aggressive at any point towards a rooster. They flog for different reasons. This rooster could be reacting to something that a dog might have chased him, and he's associating the size of the dog with the size of the child. I'm just making this up. I'm trying to think of scenarios. Small children, when they are around certain animals, are obviously prone to injury. They don't understand. They're small. I mean, coming up and flogging right in the face is less likely to happen to me. I'm 5'4" versus a little baby that's less than 2.5, 3 feet tall or whatever. Size matters in that scenario. Also, a child is not going to be able to predict, oh, that rooster's running across the yard at me. When I see that rooster making his way across the field at me, I know exactly what's about to go down. In all of these situations, and I know people react because you get scared and people react. I am letting you know, do not hit, kick, beat, punt, get a stick, and beat a rooster. First of all, you're not going to stop the problem. I have the attitude of 9.785 times out of 10, if a rooster starts flogging, they continue to. Something has triggered that behavior. Some people have the attitude of separating them and calming them and doing all of these things. That is your business. I'm not telling you what to do. I can tell you in my experience, a lot of times, after I've seen one take my husband's arm down, that rooster was not going to be calmed, in my personal opinion. He found a different home. Some find a different meaning in life, called the crock pot, the freezer camp, whatever you want to do. But I am telling you right now, I do not advocate, and I tell you with 100%, if you're going to get a rooster, if you're going to have certain animals, I don't care how much you love them or how good they are to you, you have to have in the back of your mind that at some point you may have to get rid of and end a relationship with that animal due to your own personal or family safety. That's just the way it goes, people. That's part of homesteading. It's part of the reality. Don't abuse them. Don't kick them. Don't punt them. Don't chain them. If I go in there right now and I start chasing, and I go in, he comes at me, or I start chasing this rooster around with a stick, he is going to perceive me as being aggressive. Guess what he's going to do next time? I'm just inviting the problem further. So don't do that, okay? Find a way to humanely handle the animal, find a way to understand the animal, and then make a decision fairly quickly on how you need to handle the animal appropriately. Because anything less than that is just being unfair to him and putting yourself or a child or your husband or somebody in danger. The child yesterday could have lost it. She could have lost her eye, folks. Right there. It's like right there. The spur is sticking. It's unbelievable. You can absolutely be blinded. You can absolutely have your foot stomped and broken. You can absolutely get your face smashed in and your nose broken and your forehead broken and all of these things. They happen every day. Okay? People get pinned by their bulls and get their ribs broken if they're not thrown. These things absolutely happen. So before you take on anything on your farm, understand what you're getting into. In terms of the rooster, again, you do not have to have roosters to have a successful flock. Okay? Your hen is going to lay eggs whether you got Big Daddy around. He offers protection. He offers fertilization for eggs. They have a place. They're important and they should be respected. But you have to understand what you're getting into as well. Yeah, baby. Tell it. So I hope this video finds you well. Again, I did not want to show the picture of the child. I've got 3 different pictures, bless her heart. It shows her, it shows the spur after, and it shows her resting. And she was watching Nemo, Finding Nemo. I like Bruce. So, take it to heart. Always watch your children. Always supervise what's going on. I personally do not feel that it's probably wise to let small and young children just run amok amongst a lot of animals without supervision. I think that goes without saying at this point. And always evaluate your safety on your homestead. Hope this video finds you well. Like and subscribe. I hope the baby gets well. God love her heart. We're praying for her and her healing. And thank the Lord it wasn't worse. because we certainly know how that could have ended up. So, like and subscribe. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. I'm going to show you this guy over here because he's wanting some attention. We'll talk to you soon. Y'all take care out there.